It's now mid-August. I thought I'd just start a new video on the garden. Sort of late summer into autumn. It's a windy day today. Oh, wonderful display. It's time to pick some blackberries. Some of them are really big. A prodigious amount of growth these trees have put on this year. They've been growing across the paths. So they come up with that little one-handed mini chainsaw and sort it all out. I ended up with this monumental pile, which is to burn. But, just across the back there's a field of ripening wheat. And I was thinking to this sparks from a fire to set that ablaze. That would be an absolute disaster. So I'll just have to leave this until conditions are right. One of the problems of long dry conditions is that young shoots, particularly in these oak trees, suffer from mildew. But it doesn't seem to do any long-term damage and recover from it. And the plums are beginning to ripen. It's quite early this year. But with there being fewer of them, they're a little bit bigger than usual. Lovely. There's nothing like a plum taken fresh from the tree. And more beans need picking. You just can't keep up with them. These are some of the courgettes I've taken off. We haven't had any rain for a month, and even though I've been watering them, the courgettes are prodigious. Courgettes need a lot of water, and if you don't get that, then you get this sort of rot on the end. But there's still a lot on the plant. Lots to come. Have to keep up with the watering. This patch of vetch which I've left is beginning to flower. It's a very windy day. Not seen any bees on it yet. Just looking at this greater knapweed plant. And just looking at these greater knapweed flowers. Nothing on them at all. A distinct lack of insect life this year. That cold, wet spring. I mean, one of the benefits, of course, is that there's a distinct lack of wasps as well. People don't like wasps, but they're great pollinators. These beech hedges have just gone berserk this year. And they're due a haircut. But when it's windy, all the cuttings blow all over the street, which upsets the neighbours. You can see just how big it is. 9th of August. Trying to enjoy the fruits of our labours. So that's the beans, the first of the plums, and the first of the brambles, or if you live in the south of England, blackberries. Well, today it's cutting this beech hedge. It's put on an enormous amount of growth this year. It's all going to be carted up the garden. This is the other bit. Gives you a better idea as to how big it is. And it's cutting right back to about 6 feet. Well, the hedge is cut. That's the easy bit. The harder bit is raking up all the cuttings and carrying them up the garden. Especially when it's as hot as this. Absolutely roasting it is. I just rake them up and leave the carrying bit till tomorrow. The rawnberries become more spectacular by the day. Fantastic. The beech hedges have all been cut. And the thorn hedge, I cut that yesterday. So the only remaining hedge is this big yew hedge down the main house garden. And the first signs of approaching late summer and autumn. The first of the autumn crocuses has appeared, a colchicum, this being August the 20th. The plums are all beginning to ripen. As are the greengages. Well, we are now well into the second half of August. This being Tuesday the 20th. Tens of thousands of kids are chewing on the finger ends. It's examination results week for 16-year-olds. I remember it well. So we'll just have a wander around the garden on this warm, sunny, incredibly windy day. These apples on this tree are about ripe, or some are falling off. They're obviously very nice because they're being devoured by the blackbirds on the lawn. They don't leave very much, but there's an awful lot of apples to come off this tree yet. And we're going to get some pears. Masses of beans that need picking before they become too old, and blanch them and stick them in the freezer. And the courgettes are doing quite well considering how dry it is, although I did water them. The onions are all beginning to ripen off now. Probably just need leaving out of the soil, but yeah, Nothing massive, but a good size for cooking. And the buddleias are about finished flowering now. A disappointing year for butterflies. But behind it there's still that magnificent display of rowan berries. And the brownie cooking apples show no signs of dropping any. And there's more apple than leaf on there. And the Boston ivy continues its race up the wall towards the roof. It's just beginning to turn. Isn't that wonderful display of colours later in the year. Bucket full of windfall apples. There's a big pig in a village down the road. I'll take them down there. They just like apples. Frightening to take my fingers off. Yeah. Noisy beast. What? Yeah, lots of brambles. like black jewels here. So I just need a favourable east wind now. I'll be able to burn this lot. We're not upsetting the neighbours. Or without upsetting a neighbour. Lots of specklewood butterflies have made their appearance. There's the tomato house, which I've been trying to grow outdoors without any great success. There are a few green tomatoes on there, whether they come to anything or not, I doubt it. A fair number of flowers. The plums are all ready for picking. I think we're going to have to make some jam. A lovely colour, these Victoria plums. But they don't keep. Oh, beans are about finished now. They're very dry. This rowan tree gets more spectacular by the day. The berries are more brilliant than ever. Now the last week in August, more and more colchicums appearing. They appear very quickly. Of course there's no leaves because they had their leaves earlier in the year. Loads of apples on the lawn. For that pig down the road. but there are still dozens on the tree still to come off. Oh, the tree is dripping with plums. So today it's making jam. Well, plums, something to weigh them in, some Certo, might only need one bottle of that. It's pectin, it helps to set. A couple of lemons, sugar, scales and the jam pan. It's 70 years old, that jam pan. Well, it's just over £5 of D-Stone Victoria plums, a couple of lemons, 2 bottles of pectin. I might only need one, but usually with soft fruit like plums and strawberries you need 2, and 6.5 pounds of sugar. Well, there we are, 19 pounds of plum jam. Isn't that a lovely colour? Well, it's the 3rd of September. It's a glorious day. And the job of the day is to cut the last of the hedges. The beech and thorn hedges having been cut. Today it's to cut this yew hedge round this garden, which, like all the hedges this year, has produced some prodigious growth. Anyway, today I'm just going to get a haircut. You can see it there. Anyway, let's crack on with it. You can see how much growth the hedge has put on. It's almost to be taken off. That's a lot better once it's done. It's got the tops to cut on. These are the 2 sides. It'll probably take me an hour. Well, there we are. Done. It just remains to rake up the bits. Can't open a bonfire. Oh, we have some nice pears this year. They don't ripen on the tree, you've got to take them off when they're hard. Oh, the wind is from the east. The corn has been cut. Is Richard Kimball still on the run? Time for a bonfire. Only very late to get blasted out for smoke. Well, that's it all burned. Just a big pile of wood ash, which is really good for the garden. Well, we've managed to get some Cox's pippins this year. That's nice. Very sweet, crisp apple. Here's the Bramley cooking apples, just beginning to ripen now. And Bramley cookers, hundreds of them. I keep them for feeding the birds in the winter time. And That's the last of the plums. Well, as you can see from the Boston Ivy behind me, the first signs of autumn. So that's it from the garden until December. I'll see you then. Take care.